Hello, welcome to another edition of Around Town. We have as our guest today the Director of Training and Leader Development of TDCJ, Mr. David Yebra. Welcome to the program, David.
Happy New Year, and thank you, Larry.
Glad to have you here. You know, it's a new year. Is there anything new going into effect this year, or anything new that you've recently put into effect?
We're excited about this upcoming year. Larry, we're very fortunate this legislative session to enhance some of the things that we're doing, one of which will be the development of a training center, which will be located near our holiday unit, which will be a state-of-the-art training center modeled after the best training centers in the state and in some cases in the country. We're also looking at new programs to incentivize recruiting in our correctional officer staffing, which will include programs where individuals come work for us, gain essential experience en route to law enforcement. There'll be another pay increase. The year prior, we had 15%. This past year, we had 5%, and we'll have another 5% pay increase in September of 2024. So there's a number of initiatives. Enhancements to our correctional officer equipment. Again, very grateful as a result of the legislative session. And so we're just looking forward, Larry, to a lot of great opportunities for this coming year.
You know, you came to TDCJ out of the Army, is that right?
That's true, Larry. I had the honor of serving this wonderful country for 24 years. 3 years of combat in Iraq. Had the wonderful opportunity to come back and be the professor of military science at Sam Houston State University, and did that for some time period. Then retired, stayed at the university for about 5 years before becoming division director in TDCJ. Was very honored to stand up a new division in the agency.
And you were a lieutenant colonel, right?
I was, Larry, very honored to achieve the rank of lieutenant colonel. I came to Sam Houston kind of to take a break, but I was immediately grabbed by the patriotism, the wonderful people, and the community of Huntsville.
What are the basic requirements a person must meet to become a correctional officer or work for TDCJ?
Larry, one will be looking at your education, a high school diploma or equivalent, 18 years of age. We'll do the appropriate background checks to make sure you're the right employee for us. But we're looking for that individual that wants to serve. And that's the first thing we're probably looking for, is that desire, a career of service to helping others. And so we'll also put them through a 6-week training experience that will help us determine if they are indeed the right person to come work for us.
What are the basic insurance and other benefits of being a correctional officer or for other employees of TDCJ?
There are wonderful opportunities, Larry, to be able to come and work for us. There are promotional opportunities if you come on board as a correctional officer. Just to give you an example, you could be working for us for 4 months at a maximum security unit, earning a pay of $47,200. That kind of impact that you can have to start your career. There's other benefits as you'd expect: vacation leave, sick leave, retirement, life insurance, dental insurance, and other leave opportunities to come work for. So you're covered in many ways by coming and being an employee with us. You can start out as a correctional officer. You can stay on board and pursue your career as a correctional officer up to and becoming a warden of a unit. Or you can start with us as a correctional officer and then pursue other opportunities in the agency that include becoming a parole officer, to include working in manufacturing, agribusiness, logistics, information technology, facilities, our human resources. So the job opportunities are just incredible in TDCJ. What's important is once you start with us, you're starting a state retirement clock, and you're starting your state service. So whether you choose to be with us for your career or you start to work with us and find another place of employment, you can always count on the fact that you started a state retirement clock if you choose to move to another state agency, for example, and the continuity of the benefits that you have accrued.
How can you apply for a position?
If you just go to our TDCJ website, and you can see right up front how to become a correctional officer or to apply for other positions. So it's a pretty easy search. TDCJ and our website will come up, and you'll be able to navigate from there. There are bars right up top that say how to become a CO or applying for another position, and you'll take the steps right there, and it'll guide you right through.
And you can go to the employment headquarters too, is that right?
We opened a new career center, if you recall, Larry, near at the West Hill Mall, easily identifiable by the flagpole, giant LED display outside. You can walk right in, you can see the big glass offices there, and somebody will help you and guide you either in applying to become a correctional officer or other job opportunities that you might be seeking.
Tell us about the training. How long does it take?
For our correctional officers, they'll go through a pre-service of 6 weeks. They'll also get an additional on-the-job training 2 weeks approximately when they get to their unit. And that pre-service training not only familiarizes them with the correctional officer environment, they learn how to wear a uniform. They are actively engaged in performing the tasks that they're going to have to perform as a correctional officer in a training environment. And they learn skills, not only about just employment skills, but also to be the best that they can be in the very demanding environment of being a correctional officer.
What are the ranks of correctional officer? You start off at one point and you go to another one. Tell us about that.
There are several steps, and that's what's wonderful about the opportunities, because your opportunities to be promoted will continue to come in very short periods of time. Mm-hmm. You'll start out as what we classify as a correctional officer 2, and you move up through the ranks to a CO5. At that point, you can continue to promote into sergeant rank, lieutenant, captain, major, assistant warden, up to and including a warden of a unit.
And do you have openings in Huntsville and elsewhere?
We have openings around the state. There are wonderful opportunities to serve. We have 100 different units across the state of Texas to be able to work with. We also have a mobile correctional officer team concept as well to apply and be utilized where needed. And that comes with other benefits as well.
Well, Training and Leader Development Director at TDCJ, David Yebra, thanks for being our guest.
Thank you so much, Larry. Really appreciate the time.